Hey, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising for the second half of August 2019. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or NotSoMysticalTarot.com if you'd like a personal or a private reading. Let's just get started, Capricorn. What do you have going on? Capricorn. The Justice card. I'm pretty sure that in the other readings you've had this come up as well. And the Knight of Cups. Wow, this is really not what you're interested in. It feels like there has been a decision that has come down. You've known it was coming for quite some time, but now the decision is here. With this Knight of Cups, this rush of Knights are bringers. They bring energy. This rush of emotion, I almost feel like this decision has come down. You thought it was going to make you feel one way, and now you feel a different way about it. And that happens. You know, it's like you think about in any situation where you want to win, you know, whatever. Sometimes winning doesn't feel that great, and sometimes, you know, I have a client that was getting divorced and couldn't wait for those papers to come. When the papers came, they felt terrible. It just, you know what I mean? Sometimes the decision that we've wanted so badly, when it does arrive, still feels weird. And you know what? That's okay. You have the Six of Swords coming up here. And the Six of Swords is about kind of, okay, absorbing whatever that is and then moving to a place that isn't so rough and rocky. And that's what I feel like it's got to happen here. You know, she's got the sword here too. It's about logic. This is the way it is. This is what you wanted. If you don't really love the feeling, that's okay. You don't have to stay there. That's the thing. It's like, okay, you have made the choices that you've made. You've done what you've done, and now it's time to move on. And I really feel like whatever this decision is and however you're feeling from it, it is time to move on. There's got to be a way to put this to bed, I would say, to where you're going to feel like, okay, I can handle this and I can move forward. You do have this Two of Pentacles coming up, which is also a rebalancing, because here you have like rough seas going to a calmer sea. Here you have a little bit of a rebalancing. I think this decision, even though you knew it was coming and you probably knew what it was going to be, it threw you for a little bit of a loop and wobbled you just a touch. But you've got the rough sea here and the calm sea, and then you've got the balancing act. So it looks like, you know, you are the earth signs, you are the pentacles, you are going to balance everything back out because it's what you do. That's what you do, Capricorn. You balance everything back out. You will be okay. It just feels a little bit, ugh. And I get that, but I know you're going to be okay, because that's what Capricorn does. Capricorn survives, and they will be okay. They will handle it. But I feel like it feels gross, and I just want to acknowledge that I get it, and it feels not so great, and whatever, okay? I want to just acknowledge that for you, that I totally understand what this feel is. I get it. But I don't think it's going to stay that way, okay? Maybe that's why I'm saying that more than once, is that when you acknowledge that you don't like this feeling and you wanted it to be different, that's once you acknowledge it and voice it, it kind of, you can let it go too. I think that's what's going on. We have the Eight of Wands, so this energy is coming at you, and it's coming fast, and I think that was what it was. You had that Knight as well, that Knight of Cups, that brings that emotional energy. It comes rushing at you. This is rushing at you, and it's like, oh, I didn't plan for this. I really don't like how I feel. And you have the Seven of Swords. Okay, the Seven of Swords, people say all kinds of things about it. In this instance, I just feel like you don't have all the information. You know what? In this situation, with this Justice card that came up in all of it, I just think, you know what? Sometimes we don't have all the information about a situation. We think we know things that we don't know. And you know what? Sometimes the stuff we don't know is just none of our business to know anyways. I would say this is saying to me, whatever you don't know, it's done and over with anyways. With that Justice card, you don't need to find it out, okay? It's moving on by you. You got this 8. It's moving on by. Please don't go backward and like dig up this whole scenario again and try to figure out everything that went wrong and every nuance that, just please, just let it go. It feels bad. Just let it go. You have the Six of Pentacles, and I really like this card here, because a lot of times with this card, it's also about a rebalancing here. You got these guys down here that are balanced out nice and even. You got the Scales of Justice all balanced out. You guys love this. And you have that 6, which is a lot of times about paying it forward. So you know what? Sometimes the only way to get out of this like funky feeling is to find a way to pay it forward to somebody else. You know, maybe you know somebody else going through a tough situation. Call them up and listen to them tell you about their tough situation, and you may feel an awful lot better, and you know you helped somebody, and that always helps you. You're very generous and giving, Capricorn, and that really does help you feel better about that. But I would say definitely really try to focus on paying it forward in the opposite direction of whatever you're feeling, because it's the only way to kind of allow you to move past it. I feel like you're like up against this like wall, and like I said, if you want to go digging around here, you're not going to be happy with what you find, so just leave it alone. And then you have the Temperance card, and again, you had that Knight. Remember that Knight of Cups that was bringing this rush of emotion to you. You know, again, and now you got the Seven of Swords, so you're feeling all like, who's lying to me? I'm missing out on information. I don't know all the whole scenario. You don't need to. You got this Temperance card saying keep it balanced. You know, she's got the 2 cups there. She's kind of balancing stuff back and forth. You know what? Keep your emotions balanced. Don't go digging around looking for stuff that's going to upset you. It's done and it's over with, and it really doesn't matter. So just try to keep your emotional cool. Don't let the craziness get to you, and try to help somebody else, because I think you're going to feel an awful lot better if you do. All right? I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching.